This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience
in the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe...
Test 1, 2, 3. Yep. Welcome to the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. When we come back, we will set the scene for tonight's matchup as we are here at the Bridger Valley Tournament. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Your accountant has to be trustworthy, smart, and filled with integrity. That's why so many choose Gary Tusher, CPA. Serving clients for over 34 years, Gary and his staff handle income tax preparation for all types of businesses and individuals, IRS and state audit representation, payroll reporting, QuickBooks setup support and training, business startup services, monthly bookkeeping, and more. When you choose Gary Tusher, CPA, you get a team of professionals that care about your financial health. Schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We are in the middle of the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the scene for you here at Lyman High School as the Rebels will take on the Lyman Eagles.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Oh, welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the My Local Radio scene set for tonight's matchup, and we are at the Bridger Valley Tournament where the Rebels will take on the Lyman Eagles here at the opening game, in their opening game, as they're going to play 4 this weekend. The boys will. The girls will play 1. So in total, Rich basketball will play 5 games, and this is an exciting tournament because there's going to be a lot of really good competition. And for the Rebels, it starts tonight with the Lyman Eagles. They had a chance last year, talking with head coach Lex Corney. They had a chance to really make a run. Unfortunately, they had a bad first game to start the tournament, but they won the consolation prize. The Lyman Eagles did in the Wyoming 3A state tournament. You listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll have more of the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show when we come back after this.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Well, welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Middle Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. When we come back, we'll have the Town of Woodruff standout student here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. This week, the standout student is junior Carson Muirbrook. We'll be right back after this.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
With Carson Muirbrook. He's our Town of Woodruff standout student of the week this week. Carson, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. Basketball season just got underway for you guys, and you've had, I'd say, some pretty solid performances so far, especially as a team. What's something that you look forward to this season?
Playing with my friends. You know, it's been a while since I got to play with all my friends, especially just my class. So it's just fun to play with them.
So you guys are off to a 2-1 start. What do you attribute it to?
Well, I think it's mainly just because I think we love just playing with each other, and so we know what to do, and I think that we have a lot of experience playing with each other. So it's just I think we just play good when we play with each other.
I think that kind of stood out in the football season too. I've been watching film, putting together the highlight tape, and it does look like you guys thoroughly enjoy each other. What are some of your goals for the rest of the basketball season?
Well, mainly just to get a good record and see if we have a good spot at the end of the season. But I guess just have fun mainly. Just it's been a while since I've got to play with them, so it's just fun to have fun with them, and that's what I'm most excited about.
So actually, I kind of want to ask you about one of the football games that you played in, a little bit of a snow bowl, the final game of the season. I think at one point you had 5 straight tackles. Was that a lot of fun out there in the snow, or would you rather be, in the sunshine? I think I have a feeling I know what the answer is.
I mean, playing out in the sun is pretty fun, but you're all sweaty and everything. But I did like playing in the snow because it made the guy I went up against straight on just more slower. So I was a little bit faster than him, and I can just get to the quarterback, and it was pretty easy. So I think the sun was a little bit less miserable, but the snow was more fun.
Yeah, it's kind of the answer I expected. Which sport do you prefer? Would you rather sack a quarterback, or would you rather get an and one in the paint in basketball?
I'd rather get an and one. I mean, getting a tackle is pretty great, but I mean, just hearing the crowd, get excited after an and one is pretty amazing to feel.
So we're about to Christmas break of your junior year. What are some of your academic goals the rest of the way in high school?
I want to get my associates by the end of high school, and just taking college classes every morning, trying to get that good grade, and so that's what I'm trying to get to.
One last question for you. What should the world know about Carson Muirbrook?
That I am not afraid of failure, and I don't really care what anybody says. I'll work hard and
We want to thank Carson Muirbrook for being a part of today's Town of Woodruff standout student interview on the Gary H. Tusha CPA pregame show. When we come back, we'll have our coaches show, and that is going to be with head coach Lex Cornea. Unfortunately, due to the nature of tournament play, we were unable to get a hold of any of the other coaches. So we'll have our interview with Coach Lex Cornea coming up after the break.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Well, welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the T7 Propane pregame coaches show here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. When we come back, we will have an interview with head coach Lex Cornea.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Head coach of the Rich Rebels boys varsity team. That's head coach Lex Cornea. Coach Cornea, how you doing today?
Not too bad.
So you guys opened the weekend. You went 2-1. You guys played a couple of games, and then you played a really good opponent. Can you give me your thoughts on the start of the weekend and how the weekend ended for you?
I thought it was a great weekend for us. You know, it's not too often that you play a region opponent as your season opener. You know, like we did with Altamont. There were some scheduling issues, and Altamont requested that was about the only date they could make work. But an Altamont team that, you know, has played really, really well so far this year. They took North Summit to overtime at North Summit, and so we knew they were good. We prepped them hard, and for us to come in and go 6 of 18 from the free throw line, which I don't think is really where we'll shoot, I hope not, and still, you know, win by 10, I think that shows that, you know, we've got some talent this year, and they're starting to kind of understand where each other are and where their strengths are. And as far as St. Joe and Bear Lake goes, I don't know. I mean, these games, it's early. March is a long ways away. I think St. Joe is a good confidence builder, and then a little slice of humble pie with Bear Lake, which doesn't hurt you in December either.
So I want to talk about the Altamont game real quick. You guys held their best scorer down in the fourth quarter. He wasn't able to put up much, and I think that was a big key to your guys' victory. What do you attribute that to? Because it seemed like you guys threw multiple bodies at him, and he still couldn't figure out when a different person was on him. He couldn't figure out that person. Can you just kind of talk about the game plan against him?
Yeah, I mean, we know that we've got some guys that can just defend, and it doesn't mean they can't score, but they specialize in just taking things away. You know, Carter Hoffman had him a lot in the fourth, and, you know, even though Dyson Taylor's a bigger kid, Carter is just, I don't know, he's tenacious, and it's hard to get catches on him, and when you do get a catch, it's just hard to create space off of him and get by. So I thought Carter and Trey and at times Jaden Dash with his length, they just make life really, really difficult for teams, for individuals. Now, against Bear Lake, where they had so many weapons, it's a little tougher, but with our 1A schedule, where most teams only have one or two primary scorers, I think that our ability to just defend and get after it and work just shows good things that we can do as we get to Tabion and Manila and some of these teams we have coming up.
One thing we touched on in the broadcast, and you touched on earlier in the interview, was struggling from the free throw line. What do you guys have to do to get better from there?
Well, I mean, it's December, and the rust is still coming off. Most of our guys just came off a football season, and it's free throws it's just a repetition thing. We shoot them pretty well in practice. I think that the nerves got to guys a little bit. I mean, it's one thing to make free throws in a JV or freshman game, and there's something about those varsity lights and varsity crowds and playing at 7 o'clock that your anxiety goes up some, and I think we just have some guys that need to get used to that aren't quite used to it yet. But we'll shoot them a lot in practice. I think that free throws, a lot of them are just between your ears, and once you get more comfortable at that line and kind of you feel more comfortable in the moment, I think that our percentage goes up, and I anticipate us being a team that shoots 70% from the line. We have to be in order to achieve the goals that we've set this year.
So you guys have the Bridger Valley tournament coming up. You're going to play against some pretty solid competition. What are you expecting from your guys this weekend?
Lyman was in position to win the whole thing last year. They had a little hiccup in the first round of state, but went out and took consolation. A lot of those kids are back. You still have. They just bring back some really good kids. And Mountain View, the Walker kid who we saw in football, I would say that his skills in basketball, it's not like basketball's been his first love, but he is just an athletic specimen, works hard, and he can get rebounds and put back and go to the rack. And then even Wind River and Little Snake. We saw Little Snake this summer at the Manila tournament. They beat Manila on their home floor. And, Wind River is a top 5 team in two-way preseason in Wyoming. And they bring some really good kids back and a lot of athletes from football. I think these are 4 great games for us that mimic what we'll get at the 1A tournament. So I think it's still early. We want to grow, but 4 games in 3 nights, this will really set a tone for us going into our break. We know it's a challenge, and that's why we go to this.
We want to thank Lex Corning for being a part of today's Coaches Show on the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. When we come back, we'll have our keys to the game for tonight's matchup. You're listening to the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money 2 ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Bear Lake Community Health Center offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, dental, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Bear Lake Community Health Center, 435-946-3660.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the My Local Radio keys to tonight's matchup, and the keys for today's game for the Rebels. You got to stop McCoy Smith. He averaged 14 a game last year, as well as Braden Bradshaw. Those are the 2 top scorers returning from last year's squad, as, of course, Smith had 14 per game, and then Bradshaw just over 11 per game. Right there, that's nearly 30 points right off the bat in 2 players. So you got to find a way to slow them down. And for the Rebels on offense, be patient. We're in Wyoming. There's no shot clock. So you can be a little more patient on offense, hold the ball until you get a great shot. But when we come back, we'll have our starting lineups. You listen to the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Your accountant has to be trustworthy, smart, and filled with integrity. That's why so many choose Gary Tusher, CPA. Serving clients for over 34 years, Gary and his staff handle income tax preparation for all types of businesses and individuals, IRS and state audit representation, payroll reporting, QuickBooks setup support and training, business startup services, monthly bookkeeping, and more. When you choose Gary Tusher, CPA, you get a team of professionals that care about your financial health. Schedule an appointment today.
Eagles will inbound the ball. It's slapped away by Jaden Desch. Once again, your starting lineups for the Eagles: McCoy Smith, number 3, Brigham Fanos, number 4, Carter Bradshaw, number 11, Gage Nielsen, number 23, Braden Bradshaw. As the Eagles inbound for the Rebels: number 3, Trey Walker, number 10, Hunter Pace, number 11, Jaden Desch, number 15, Jaden Corney, and number 32, Carson Muirbrook. As the Eagles step out of bounds, Rebels will get the turnover. They're going to start the offense with Corney as he carries it up the floor. Eagles fall back into a 2-3 zone. As they're actually going to go match up man now. As they start in the 2-3 zone, go back to man. Pace has it up top. Pulls up from 15 feet on the way. No good. Rebound comes out long, and Braden Bradshaw is going to have it out in transition. Drives the paint. Shot on the way. Foul is going to be called on number 3, Trey Walker, as Bradshaw will have the first 3 free throws of the game. Long rebound led to a nice fast break opportunity for the Eagles as Braden Bradshaw steps to the free throw line. First free throw is good as he opens the scoring. That's the first point of the season for the Eagles as they are playing in their first ball game. Bradshaw back to the line. Second free throw rolls in and out. Rebound hauled in by Trey Walker. As here come the Rebels the other way. It's turned over. McCoy Smith out in transition in front of everyone. Blocked by Jaden Desch. We're going to get a foul called as Desch runs over to Smith to make sure he's all right, as that was a big collision underneath. Fortunately, McCoy Smith looks no worse for wear. As you love to see that from Jaden Desch, as he obviously didn't mean to foul Smith. He was trying to get to the ball. McCoy Smith will go to the free throw line. First free throw on the way is good. Eagles are 2 for 3 from the free throw line early. 7:09 to go here in the opening quarter. This first quarter is brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. For all your sand, cement, gravel, steel needs, call Ellingford Brothers in Evanston as Smith goes 2 for 2 from the line. Eagles are going to come out and press. Rebels break it as it's Muirbrook. Skips it to Walker. Walker spins, finds Muirbrook at the top of the key, fakes the shot, and we're going to get a foul called against Gage Nielsen. That's his first. It'll be the team first against the Eagles. Nice pump fake there from Muirbrook to get Nielsen off his feet. Tried to drive. Got the bump foul. Rebels will inbound as they do. It is a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds play. They inbound it to Cornea. Back to Desch on the wing to Walker. Walker open for 3 on the way. No good. Rebound pulled in by Smith, and the Eagles are off on the attack. They move it to Braden Bradshaw. They go inside, and we're going to get a traveling violation called against Carter Bradshaw. This has been a little sloppy early for both teams as the Eagles are going to press. They actually fall back out of the press as the Rebels look to set up the offense. 3-0 early on the Station on Main scoreboard. 6:37 to go in the Ellingford brothers opening quarter. Walker has it up top, drives the lane, and he is fouled on the way to the hoop. Trey Walker will shoot 2 free throws. And this is an area of contention for the Rich Rebels. They need to get much better from the free throw line. They come into tonight's matchup shooting 43% from the free throw stripe. I'd like to attribute that to nerves of it being the first weekend as Trey Walker's first free throw on the way. No good. Walker will step back to the line for his second free throw. Trey Walker opens the scoring for the Rebels as he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Here come the Eagles down the court the other way. They move it to Nielsen. Nielsen drives right, kicks it back to Braden Bradshaw. They go inside to Nielsen. Nielsen pump fakes, lets everyone go by, finishes the layup. Nice move there from Nielsen as he picks up his first bucket of the season. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rebels. 5-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 6:09 to go in the Ellingford brothers opening quarter. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play in the hands of Jaden Cornea. Finds pace, open for 3. Corner 3 on the way. Rolls in and out, no good. Rebound pulled in by Caleb Smith fresh into the ball game. Here come the Eagles back the other way. McCoy Smith, he's going to pull up for 3. No good. Other Smith on the rebound. That's McCoy Smith with the shot. And then Caleb Smith with the rebound putback. 7-1 early. Eagles lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. As that will go to the Eagles as it's off of Rebel out of bounds. Referees had to discuss that one for a second. We are not in a good vantage point to see who that hit. 7-1, 5:45 to go in the opening quarter. Eagles with the lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. This opening quarter is brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. As it's Smith. Nice backdoor cut pass underneath the Herdsman. That's going to be blocked by Jaden Desch as the Rebels are going to be out of bounds when they receive the rebound. Ball will go back to the Eagles. Once again, no shot clock in Wyoming basketball, so there's no shot clock in tonight's match. Checking in the Rebels, number 4, Jarrett Mason, as the Eagles go with a tip play. That's going to be swiped out of bounds. Carter Hoffman with the good hands there to knock it out as he's fresh into the game as well. Eagles basketball underneath the Rebels hoop. They look to inbound. They do. Carter Bradshaw on the wing. Moves to Braden Bradshaw up top. Eagles work it to Herdsman. He's going to drive baseline. Spin, kicks it out to Bradshaw. Work it up top to Caleb Smith. Eagles work it around. Good defense from the Rebels as Hoffman's able to cut off the drive from Herdsman. Herdsman crosses over into the paint, left-hand layup. Tries to float a pass in. Stolen by Jaden Corney. That's a Rich County government steal. Mason thought about 3. Thought better. Moves it down to the corner. Rebels are able to get to it after the tip pass. They work to Carter Hoffman. Hoffman back to Jaden Cornea. Rebels looking to get into their first field goal of the ball game. 4:46 to go in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. 7-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Jaden Cornea has it. To Desch. Thought about it. 15-foot floater on the way. No good. Rebound pulled in by Muirbrook. Stripped away by McCoy Smith. They go to the floor, and Jaden Cornea is able to come up with it. Pass is stolen, though, by the Eagles. Here they come the other way. Love to see the effort getting on the floor. As we adjust the Station on Main scoreboard as the Eagles are up 7-1. Eagles go inside to Caleb Smith. Falling out of bounds, throws a pass that finds the top of the key. Braden Bradshaw to the corner from McCoy Smith. Three-pointer on the way. No good as Jaden Cornea pulls in the rebound. He's going to lead the charge the other way. 4 minutes to go in the Ellingford Brothers opening quarter. Rebels trying to crack this 2-3 zone as Desch has it up top. They move it to Jarrett Mason on the left wing. Back up top to Carter Hoffman. Eagles are in a 2-3 zone. They move it to Mason. His corner 3 on the way. No good. Rebound is going to be out of bounds. But it'll stay with the Rebels. as Caleb Smith came down out of bounds with the ball. Jaden Corney has the Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds play in his hand. Finds Jaden Desch in the corner. His three no good. And the Rebels are finding it hard to find a basket here in the opening quarter. 3:30 to go in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. Eagles 7-1 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels looking for their first field goal. Good defense there, as that's going to go off of Caleb Smith out of bounds. As a good hustle from Jarrett Mason to get back on the pick and roll defense. That'll lead to a turnover. Rebels with the basketball. Jaden Corney will walk it up the court for the Rebels. I'd like to see the Rebels take their time a little bit as there's no shot clock. They work it around. Eagles in a 2-3 zone. Desch, three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound bounces around. It's going to go stay in bounds as Carter Hoffman throws it off of the legs of Braden Bradshaw, but Bradshaw is able to corral it. Here come the Eagles the other way. 7-1 on the station on main scoreboard. 2:55 to go in the Ellingford Brothers opening quarter. Braden Bradshaw spins back to the corner. Stolen by Jaden Desch. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Desch attacks the hoop with the right hand. Rolls. Lays it in with the finger roll off the front of the rim. First bucket of the ball game from the field for the Rebels as Jaden Desch has 2 points. 7-3 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels look to press. Fanos across half court. He's going to fire up a shot. He's going to be pushed on the shot. 2 free throws coming for Brigham Fanos as that foul will be on number 23, Carter Hoffman. His first. Team fourth. They're actually going to call that foul on the ground before the shot. So the Eagles will inbound underneath the basket. Good inbounds play there to Smith, and Smith will be fouled on the play. That's going to be against Hoffman, his second in as many possessions. Eagles did a good job there running Caleb Smith around a couple of screens in the paint as he was open, as he curled around the back screen. 2:26 to go in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. Caleb Smith to the free throw line. First free throw is no good. Checking the ball game for the Rebels, number 10, Hunter Pace, and number 13, Noah Perry. As Carson Muirbrook and Carter Hoffman check out. Caleb Smith will go back to the free throw line, leading 7-3. Second free throw on the way is good. As Caleb Smith has a game-high 3 points. Here come the Rebels the other way. Eagles match up man-to-man. Pace drives right into the lane. Jump stop, shot on the way. No, is blocked by the defense of the Eagles. Cope Thomas out in front of everyone is going to have it stripped, but there'll be a foul called against the Rebels. 2 free throws on the way for Cope Thomas. That foul is going to be on Jaden Desch, his second of the game. Team 6, that's a huge foul call against the Rebels. Thomas's first free throw on the way, off the back rim and falls. A little bit of a friendly roll there for Thomas as that ball hit the back of the rim and falls in. 9-3 on the station on main scoreboard. As Jaden Desch is going to check out for Trey Walker. Both Desch and Carter Hoffman have 2 fouls already in the matchup. Thomas steps back to the free throw line. Second free throw on the way is good. Thomas goes 2 for 2 from the line, giving the Eagles a 10-3 lead on the station on main scoreboard. About 6 minutes into the ballgame, Rebels only have 1 field goal as the Eagles are going to play man-to-man defense. Pace has it on the left wing. Gets a pick, and we're going to get a hand foul called against Gage Nielsen. It's a good job there attacking the arm of Nielsen by Hunter Pace as Nielsen reached out. That's going to be Nielsen's second foul of the ball game. He'll check out of the game for number 15, Case Herdsman. Eagles are in man-to-man defense as the Rebels survey. It's Corney up top. Finds Pace on the wing. They go to Corney in the corner. Back to Pace up top. He thought about it. Drives right into the paint. Step back shot on the way. No good, but Hunter Pace will go to the free throw line. 1:40 to go in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. Hunter Pace will shoot 2 free throws. That falls on number 20, Caleb Smith, his first. That's the team 4th of the ball game. For the Eagles, they will be shooting free throws the rest of the way as the Rebels have 16 fouls. First free throw on the way from Pace is good. Hunter Pace back to the free throw line. Second one on the way. Good. Hunter Pace remains perfect from the line as he is 4 for 4 on the season. 10-5 on the Station on main scoreboard. Rebels are going to press. Eagles work it around. They find Schultz on the front court. They back it out, look to set up the offense. Once again, no shot clock here in Wyoming high school basketball. As they go inside, nearly stolen by Trey Walker. Good catch from Fanos to keep it alive, but Hunter Pace is going to come up with a Rich County government steal. Pushes up the court. Jarrett Mason open for three. No good. Rebound pulled in by Jaden Cornea. He finds Hunter Pace. He'll shoot a three. That's no good as well. Rebound to the Eagles. As we have 1 minute to go in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. Eagles move it around as Herdsman dribbles it up to the half-court logo, and he's going to set up the offense. And we're going to get a foul called against, I believe, the Rebels. That's going to send an Eagle to the free throw line. That'll be on Hunter Pace. His first. Trying to find the number. It looks like it's going to be Herdsman shooting free throws. Shoots the front half of the 1-and-1. It's good. High arcing rainbow shot from Case Herdsman. Finds the bottom of the net. 11-5 Station on the Station on main scoreboard. 51 seconds to go in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. Second free throw on the way. Short as the Rebels will get possession on the air ball. .51 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rebels will carry it up the floor. Eagles are in a 1-3-1 press right now as they go to Trey Walker in the corner. His layup on the way. Good. Nice drive there from Trey Walker as he has 3 points in the ball game. 11-7 on the Station on main scoreboard. Rebels will press. Eagles get it to the middle. Herdsman kicks to the quarter. Carter Bradshaw. Three on the way. No good. Rebound pulled in by the Eagles. Back to Bradshaw. He's going to drive baseline, and we're going to get a blocking foul called against Hunter Pace as Carter Bradshaw will shoot a 1-and-1. Foul trouble is really stacking up for the Rebels. That's three players now. Carter Hoffman, Jaden Desch, and Hunter Pace all have two personal fouls. Checking in the ball game for the Rebels. Number 12, Ridge Lundgren. Number 5, Drake Weston. Carter Bradshaw steps to the line for the front half of the 1-and-1. He's going to get a second chance at that as Trey Walker stepped into the lane early. .11-7 on the Station on main scoreboard. 23.9 seconds to go here in the Ellingford Brothers first quarter. Second chance at the first free throw on the way. No good as Trey Walker pulls in the rebound. Walker finds Lundgren. Here come the Rebels up the court. They got 18 seconds to work with. Weston. Back to Lundgren. To Trey Walker. Eagles are in a 2-3 zone. Jarrett Mason has it. Thought about it. Back up top to Weston. To Walker. 4 seconds to go. Lundgren fakes the shot. Pump fake. Throws it up. Is no good. As Lundgren had to get the shot up. He's unable to find the rim. That'll do it for us here in the Ellingford Brothers opening quarter. You're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Supporting the Rich Rebels and everything they do. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation in Randolph provide services to Rich Rebel fans every day. Auto repair, tires, sand, and gravel. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation on Main Street in Randolph. Stop in today.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We are in the Stacey's Repair second quarter as Weston has the ball, finds Lundgren. Eagles are going to play man-to-man defense this possession. They hand to Trey Walker. Walker attacks to Weston. And we're going to get an offensive foul called against Trey Walker. As a moving screen, that's going to be Walker's second foul. That'll bring Carter Hoffman off the bench as he'll replace Walker, who has 2 personal fouls. Hoffman himself has 2 fouls as well. 11-7 on the station on main scoreboard as we enter the second quarter. Eagles work the ball around as the Rebels come back with a 2-3 zone of their own, and we're going to get a foul against the Rebels. But that'll send Braden Bradshaw to the line for 2 free throws. That is the 10th team foul of the half. 7:42 to go in the first half, and the Eagles are going to shoot free throws the rest of the way. That foul's on Jarrett Mason, his first. Free throw on the way is good. Bradshaw with the second point of the ball game. Into the routine, second one on the way, no good. Rebound is going to be pulled in by the Eagles. Throws it back to the middle. What a play that was! As Carter Bradshaw with the behind-the-back bounce passes is going out of bounds. Found Caleb Smith, who buries the layup for his 5th point of the ball game. Nice play there from the Eagles, 14-7 on the station on main scoreboard. As they try to go inside to Lundgren, that's going to be a foul called against the Eagles, only their 5th team foul. It'll be a Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play coming up for the Rebels, as that foul is against Smith, his second. Foul trouble for a couple of Eagles players as well. Drake Weston has the Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play in his hand. They go to Hoffman in the corner. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebels still looking to take the lid off the rim from 3 as here comes McCoy Smith up the court. Rebels are in man-to-man defense. Smith surveys. Once again, no shot clock here in the state of Wyoming as we are playing the game at Lyman High School. As that ball is nearly stolen by Jarrett Mason, they're going to go to the floor, and we are going to get a jump ball. It'll be Eagles basketball as Desch and Pace come back into the ball game with 2 fouls apiece. 7:01 to go in the Station Repair second quarter. We got 3 Rebels out on the floor with 2 fouls. It'll be imperative for them to get through this quarter without having their 3rd foul called against them. McCoy Smith finds Braden Bradshaw. He's going to fire from 3. No good. Rebound is going to be out of bounds as Bradshaw beat the Rebels to it, but he was standing on the sideline when he caught the ball. Little indecisiveness there from the Rebels whether to go get that rebound or let it go out of bounds. In the end, they make the right decision. They have the ball. Drake Weston into the offense as the Eagles are playing man-to-man defense. Pace tries to find Muirbrook. That's stolen by Braden Bradshaw. And the Rebels are going to be able to hustle back and take it as it's hit Hunter Pace with the Rich County government steal. He leads the attack up the court. Weston is going to pull from 3. No good. Rebound pulled in by the Eagles. Once again, the Rebels still have not converted a 3-point field goal in the matchup. Rebels are in man-to-man defense. McCoy Smith waits the instruction from his coach. Dribble handoff to Carter Bradshaw. We're going to get a foul called against Carter Hoffman. That's going to be his 3rd, as that'll send Carter Bradshaw to the line. .6:12 to go in the Station Repair second quarter. 14-7 on the station on main scoreboard. The Eagles have made the majority of their points from the free throw line as Bradshaw makes the first. Checking in the ball game, number 15, Jaden Cornea, as Carter Hoffman has 3 fouls. 15-7 on the station on main scoreboard. Second free throw on the way. Short, no good. Rebound pulled in by Braden Bradshaw. His shot blocked, but we're going to get a foul called. And who they called on is going to be huge. As they called on Carson Muirbrook, as Jaden Desch was in the vicinity. That's going to be Muirbrook's first foul. But Braden Bradshaw will shoot 2 free throws. First free throw on the way is good. As Braden Bradshaw has 3 points. If you're the Rebels, you want to try to keep the Eagles off the free throw line the rest of the quarter, as they have shot a lot of free throws in the first half. Second free throw is good. And for a team that really doesn't have their rhythm playing in their first game, shooting free throws is the best way to get points, as Hunter Pace is going to pull from 3. No good. Rebels rush up a 3-point shot. They trail by 10 on the Station on Main scoreboard, 17-7. As McCoy Smith drives the lane, layup on the way, good. Nice move there from McCoy Smith as he finishes the reverse layup. Here come the Rebels offensively. They need a bucket here. They go to Weston. Weston is going to be called for a traveling violation. 19-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 5:46 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. And we are going to get an independent software solution timeout called by head coach of the Rich Rebels, Lex Cornea. And with that, you listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Welcome back to Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 5:46 to go in the Stacey Repair second quarter. Rebels trail 19-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And they are going to pick the Eagles up full court. As McCoy Smith will carry it up the floor. Weston jumps in. That's going to be stolen by Hunter Pace. Finds Drake Weston. Weston in the paint to Jaden Cornea. Cornea, layup, good. That is Jaden Cornea's first bucket of the season. It cuts the Rebels' deficit to 10. As the Eagles break the press, it's going to be a dunk from Braden Bradshaw. He picks up 2 more points. 21-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here come the Rebels the other way. Weston is fouled on the drive to the hoop. No shot on the floor. 16 foul against the Eagles. That foul is against number 3, Brigham Fanos. That's his second. He's going to come off the floor as Case Herdsman is going to replace him. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds pass goes to the Rebels. They work it around to Desch. Desch with a left-handed drive to the lane. 15-foot jumper on the way. No good. Rebound is going to be out of bounds off of the Eagles. Looked like McCoy Smith wanted to save it, but I think he saw a couple of blue jerseys and just bounced it out of bounds instead. It's kind of a heads-up play there from Smith. Instead of turning it over for a layup, he's going to force the Rebels for a Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play. As Muirbrook's jumper, no good. Eagles with the rebound. Here comes Smith, behind the back dribble, stripped out of bounds off of the Rebels. Good hands there from Drake Weston as he was able to knock it away from Smith. 4:54 to go in the Stacey Repair second quarter. Rebels 21-9 on the lead, or excuse me, trail 21-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Eagles inbound it. Move it to Herdsman up top. Back to the corner. And that's going to go out of bounds off of the Rebels. Good hands there from Jaden Cornea to get a deflection. With 4:48 to go in the Stacey Repair second quarter, the Eagles are trapped in the corner, inbounding the ball. Eagles looking for something. They're able to inbound to Braden Bradshaw. Skip pass to Thomas. He's going to fire a 3. And we're going to get a foul called against Desch as they'll send Schultz to the free throw line for 2 free throws. That's a huge foul call. That's Desch's 3rd foul. as the first free throw on the way, no good. As you can see in the background, Coach Lex Cornea telling Jaden not to extend his arms, use his forearm, as that's where they got the foul called. Second free throw on the way, off the glass and in, as Schultz picks up his first points of the ball game. 22-9 on the Station on main scoreboard. Ridge Lundgren's going to check in for Jaden Desch. 4:44 to go in the Station Repair second quarter. Rebels trail 22-9 on the Station on main scoreboard, as they need a bucket here to get the offense going. Give it to Muirbrook up top. He surveys. Finds Cornea. Cornea drives into the paint. Double team, picks up his dribble. Back out to Lundgren. Lundgren with the back dribble. Into the paint. And he's going to draw the foul. Ridge Lundgren, Sage Lundgren, not Sage Lundgren. Ridge Lundgren is going to go to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. That foul's on number 23, Braden Bradshaw. It's his second. Checking in the ball game for Braden Bradshaw is number 4, Carter Bradshaw. Lundgren into the routine. First free throw on the way. No good, as the Eagles come down with the rebound. Here they come the other way, leading 22-9. McCoy Smith surveys the floor. Dribble handoff to Herdsman. They go inside to Schultz. Schultz loses it out of bounds off his foot. Good defense there from the Rebels. They're able to strip it away. Bounced off Schultz's foot, and the Rebels are able to get the possession of the ball. Jaden Cornea will walk it up the court for the Rebels as the Eagles fall back into their half-court man-to-man. Weston attacks the paint, finds pace. He's going to pull up for three. No good, as Lundgren's able to tip it out to Weston. Good effort there from Ridge Lundgren. Rebels have the ball still. Cornea into the lane, shot on the way. No good, but he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. If you're the Rebels here, you want to try to get this game within 10 points before you head to the locker room. Obviously, you want to try to get it all back before halftime, but if you can get it within 10, that puts you in a good spot in the second half, as the first free throw from Cornea on the way is no good. Checking the ball game for the Eagles as Remy Brewer replaces Schultz. Jaden Cornea back to the line for the second free throw on the way. Good. Cornea's got 3 points in the ball game, cuts the deficit 22-10 as the Rebels are going to press. They go to the middle of the floor. Nicely done there by the Eagles. They try to go up top to Brewer. As if that was Schultz, that's probably a catch in a basket, as Schultz is about 6 inches taller from up here than Brewer. Ball is just out of the reach of Brewer, out of bounds. Rebels will get the ball back with 3:45 to go in the Station Repair second quarter. Jarrett Mason will check back into the ball game. Here come the Rebels, down by 12. As this is a huge possession. Lundgren drives left, gives it to Pace. Pace drives right, jump stop into the lane, layup on the way, no good, but Hunter Pace will shoot 2 free throws. It's a nice attack there from Pace that draws the foul on Thomas. And we are going to get an independent software solution timeout called by the Lyman Eagles. Listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Hunter Pace will go to the free throw line and shoot the Bear Lake Realty free throws. I want to remind you that every single free throw that the Rebels shoot is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and broker Gary McKee. Hunter Pace steps to the line. First free throw on the way. No good. Hunter Pace will shoot the second half of the 2 shots. Into the routine on the way. This one's good. Hunter Pace with 3 points in the ball game as the Rebels are going to press with 3:30 to go in the Station Repair second quarter. They trail 22-11. Eagles work it around. Nearly picked off by Pace. Here they come back the other way. Tipped by Mason. Stolen by Muirbrook. Here come the Rebels back the other way. Chance to get it within single digits. Lundgren attacks the lane. And he is going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws as Ridge Lundgren will shoot 2 free throws, giving the Rebels a chance to cut the lead to 9. As it is 22-11 on the Station on main scoreboard. 3:13 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Lundgren into the routine. 2 dribbles, brings it to his chin. Shot on the way. Rolls around the rim, but falls in. As Lundgren picks up his first points of the ball game. Lundgren, second one on the way, no good as the Rebels now trail by 10, 22-12 on the Station on main scoreboard. 3:10 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. McCoy Smith dribbles it up the court, into the offense, drives by Lundgren, blocked from behind by Lundgren. Nice play there defensively from Ridge. Here come the Rebels the other way. Mason thought about it. Goes to Muirbrook. Nice catch there from Muirbrook as he had to snag it with one hand to Pace. They go inside to Muirbrook. That's stolen by the Eagles. Here comes McCoy Smith. Drives into the paint, turned away by Lundgren. Picks up his dribble in the corner. Rebels nearly able to pick that pass off. They kick it to Smith in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. McCoy Smith on the left wing is going to reset the offense. Once again, no shot clock here in Wyoming as Smith surveys. Guarded by Lundgren. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas drives right. We're going to get an offensive foul called against Remy Brewer. That'll be the 10th team foul against the Eagles. The Rebels will shoot 2 free throws the rest of the way as Trey Walker is going to check back into the ball game. That's Brewer's first foul of the ball game. Rebels are not shooting free throws because there's an offensive foul. Defensive fouls are where you'll get the free throws in the bonus. Offensive fouls do not count towards the bonus and free throws as Lundgren fires a 3. He buries the My Local Radio 3 as 22-15 on the Station on main scoreboard as Lundgren 4 huge points off the bench for the Rebels. Rebels will press, trailing 22-15. Eagles do a good job breaking the press. They get a layup as it's Thomas there to finish it off. 24-15 on the Station on main scoreboard. Lundgren into the paint. Finds Muirbrook to Jaden Cornea. Cornea drives. Tried to kick it to Muirbrook. That's swatted away as they fight for the ball. We're going to get a foul called against the Rebels. It'll be on Cornea. That's his second free foul as well. 1:38 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. 24-15 on the Station on main scoreboard. Rebels just cut the lead to 7. Eagles with a chance here to push it back to double digits. First free throw on the way from Carter Bradshaw is short. Checking back into the ball game for the Eagles, number 30, that's Schultz. Second free throw from Carter Bradshaw is in the air. That one's good. Here come the Rebels, trailing by 10 on the Station on main scoreboard. 1:35 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Jarrett Mason's going to pull from the left corner 3. That's good. Back-to-back three-pointers for the Rebels. Have them going offensively. 25-18. 1:25 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Eagles do a good job breaking the press. As it's Thanos, he gets a layup. Thanos gets the layup. 27-18 on the Station on main scoreboard. Rebels into the offense. Cornea has it up top. Back to Lundgren. He'll fire from 3. No good. Rebound pulled in by the Eagles. Lucky there for the Rebels that Muirbrook didn't get a foul. He kind of smacked Bradshaw on the arm as Trey Walker hounds McCoy Smith up the floor. Braden Bradshaw's left wide open, and he buries the three-pointer, 30-18. And as the Rebels get under 10, the Eagles refuse to let the lead dwindle as Jarrett Mason answers with a 3. Back and forth right here. Here we go. 42 seconds to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter, 30-21. Rebels cut the lead to 9. As the action's coming fast and frantic, McCoy Smith is going to slow it down for the Eagles. They're going to hold for the last shot. Cornea guards McCoy Smith. He drives left. Hand off to Carter Bradshaw. They move it to Herdsman. Herdsman guarded by Mason. 15 to go in the quarter. Herdsman drives into the lane. Hands it off to Carter Bradshaw. Back up top to McCoy Smith with 7 seconds to go. 4 to go in the quarter. McCoy Smith trying to get something up. Floats it from the middle of the paint. No good. Rebound grabbed by Schultz. His shot on the way. No good. And you listen, with that, the Rebels trail by 9 heading in to halftime. You listen to the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation, Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Station on main scoreboard reads 30-21 as we are going to go to a Gare Bear fan cam brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and broker Gary McKee. For all of your realty needs, call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty, 435-946-8888. Once again, that's 435-946-8888. Or visit bearlakerealty.com. We'll be right back with the halftime show after this.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar-S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar-S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar-S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Welcome to the Crawford Troth Halftime Show, the place to eat and drink. As you can see on the floor, we're getting a little bit of a dance show from, looks like, the Lyman, probably elementary school junior dance team. When we come back, we will have our Town of Randolph first half highlights. Listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger, except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of the Crawford Troth halftime show on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. When we come back, we will have the first half highlights for you, brought to you by the town of Randolph.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the town of Randolph first half highlights on the Crawford Troth halftime show, as we're going to have another dance routine from a different dance crew. I couldn't quite read what the other crew's shirt says, but these guys are all dressed up as skeletons with Santa hats. except for a couple that lost them. But our first half highlights, the Rich Rebels trail 30-21 on the Station on Main scoreboard, as it was a little bit of a struggle for them in the opening quarter of the game. Unable to score baskets from beyond the arc. They shot a bunch of three-pointers in the first quarter, were unable to find their rhythm. Here in the second quarter, they've been able to put a couple in, and that's gotten the offense going a bit. They trailed by as many as 12. They trailed by 9 as they are in the locker room. For the Rebels, leading the way, it's freshman Ridge Lundgren with 4 points, as he's been huge off the bench for the Rebels. Jaden Cornea has 3. Hunter Pace has 3 as well. Jaden Desch has 2, and then Trey Walker chipped in with 3 points for a total of 21. For the Eagles, you have Braden Bradshaw and Caleb Smith leading the way. Excuse me, it's Braden Bradshaw leading the way with 6. Caleb Smith has 5. Cope Thomas, Carter Bradshaw, McCoy Smith all have 2, and then Kamen Schultz rounds out with 1 for a total of 30. As the Rebels have done a pretty good job on McCoy Smith, as he's only had a couple of opportunities to find the hoop. Of course, he averaged 14 points a game last year. With that, you listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back after this.
So this is the Reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home in sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails, brand new homes now starting at $600,000, quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like you to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The 3 buzzers go off, indicating that we got 3 minutes left of halftime as we are in the Crawford Troth halftime show. It is time for your halftime adjustments, and if you're the Rebels, you can't foul. Very few of the points for the Eagles have come from the field. They have come from, the majority have come from the free throw line. So if you're the Rebels, you want to you want to take a lot less fouls, obviously, in the half, as they were in the double bonus, the Eagles were, for almost the entire second quarter. As here come the Rebels to warm up as they are on the hoop, warming up on the hoop to our left. And another key for the Rebels is free throws. You have to make your free throws. If you want to get back into this game, there's no better way to mount a comeback than to score when the clock stopped. And the best way, and the only way to do that is by making your free throws. They've struggled a bit so far to begin the season, and I think they'll continue to get better as the season goes along. Free throws, as we talked with head coach Lex Cornier, they're mental, and as you get a little bit more into the season, you get a little more into a routine, free throws are going to start falling more and more for the Rebels. But there's no better time to start than right now, because they trail 30-21 on the Station on Main scoreboard at halftime, as they're going to want to get back into this ball game. I think free throws are going to be the way to do it. Foul trouble is huge for the Rebels as well. A couple key players, Carter Hoffman, Jaden Desch, have 3 personal fouls. But with that, this has been the Crawford Troth halftime show, the place to eat and drink. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time to start the second half, as we got about 18 seconds to go in halftime, as this third quarter is brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one at epicrecreation.com. Call 435-946-3742, or that's 435-946-EPIC. We want to remind you that free throws are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, Timeouts Independent Software Solution, Steals the Rich County Government, three-pointers, My Local Radio, Inbounds Players brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. The Fan Cam is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, as we are almost set to start the Epic Recreation third. Coach is giving their last instructions before we start the second half. It'll be Rich Rebels basketball to start the third quarter. They trail by 9 on the station on main scoreboard, 30-21. As if you're the Rebels, you're going to get your starting five. They're going to be able to hopefully be able to give you a little bit of a run here, as a lot of them are in foul trouble. As Desch has 3, Cornea has 2, Walker has a pair of fouls as well. As the Eagles are going to match up man-to-man right out of halftime. It's going to be Cornea to dribble up the floor. He finds Muirbrook. Desch drives right into the paint, hands it off to Walker. Walker spins, nearly loses it, and we are going to get a jump ball called by the referee. It'll be Eagles basketball 15 seconds into the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebels turn it over. They're going to press. Eagles, one pass, they're at half court. They're able to break the press. They go inside to Braden Bradshaw. Layup on the way, no good, and we're going to get a foul called against Hunter Pace. First foul of the half goes to the Rebels, as that's Pace's third foul. It'll send Braden Bradshaw to the free throw line. 7:39 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Bradshaw will shoot 2. Picks up his 7th point of the ball game as he buries the first free throw, extending the lead to 10. Bradshaw into the routine. Will fire away. That one's good. 8 points early for Braden Bradshaw, 32-21 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels work it up the floor to Pace. Pace gets a pick from Muirbrook. He's going to pull up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound pulled in by Bradshaw, as Cornea nearly poked it away in the front court. Rebels are going to fall back into their half-court man-to-man defense. McCoy Smith walks it across the timeline. They work it to Nielsen. Carter Bradshaw. Skip pass to Braden Bradshaw. Eagles work it around. Carter Bradshaw up top. Thought about it. Now he'll fire. Rolls in and out. No good. Here come the Rebels the other way, and that's going to be a foul called against number 3, Brigham Fanos. That's going to be his third, as he got a little bit of a reaching foul about 70 feet away from his defensive hoop. That's going to bring a player off the bench, number 20, Caleb Smith. He will replace Fanos. 7:02 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebels trail 32-21. As Jaden Cornea across the timeline finds Hunter Pace on the right wing. Pace gets a pick from Walker. Drives with the left hand, and we're going to get a blocking foul against Caleb Smith. It's a nice drive there from Hunter Pace to pick up the foul on Smith. That's Smith's third foul as well. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play goes to Hunter Pace. He'll inbound it from right in front of his bench. Cornea, uncontested, will receive the ball. Works to Desch on the left wing. Desch gets a pick from Muirbrook. Steps back, fires a 3. No good. Rebound, nice box out there from McCoy Smith as he's going to get the rebound, pushed up the floor to Nielsen. Nielsen will dribble it up top as the Eagles look to initiate the offense. They go to Carter Bradshaw. To Smith. Eagles methodical in their approach. There's no shot clock, so the Eagles can use as much clock as they want. Nielsen has it on the left wing. Gets a pick. Pulls up from 15 feet. No good. Rebound pulled in by Jaden Desch. as he throws it to Trey Walker out in front of everyone. Walker's layup, no good. As it looked like the Rebels are calling for the backboard being slapped for a goaltend, no avail. Here comes McCoy Smith, his layup, no good. Pace with the rebound. Goes to push it, and he's fouled on the play. As that foul is going to be on Smith, his second, team third of the half. Checking into the ballgame, number 5, Cope Thomas will replace Caleb Smith. Hunter Pace inbounds it to Jaden Cornea, and the Rebels will look to set up the offense. Cornea has it on the right wing. To Pace. They move it to Desch. Desch drives right, nearly in to Hunter Pace. As the Rebels look to spread it out, Jaden Desch fakes the handoff, drives to the lane, finishes the layup. Nice move there from Desch. 32-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Jaden Desch picks up his 4th point of the ballgame. Eagles across the timeline. Smith to Braden Bradshaw. They go back to Smith. Nice find there from Braden Bradshaw as McCoy Smith buries the layup. 34-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Hunter Pace pulls from 3. No good. Rebound by Smith. He's out in transition. 2-on-1. Smith is going to be fouled by Jaden Cornea on the shot as McCoy Smith will shoot 2 free throws. That'll be the 3rd foul against Cornea as Drake Weston will come in to replace him after the first free throw. Smith steps to the line. 4-2. First free throw on the way is good. (35-23) the Station on Main scoreboard reads with 5:06 to go in the Epic Recreation 3rd quarter. McCoy Smith gets the basketball into the routine, will shoot his 2nd free throw. On the way. It's good. 4 points for McCoy Smith as the Rebels trail by 13. They work it up the court. Turned over as Hunter Pace tried to find a streaking Trey Walker. Smith's going to pull up from the free throw line, buries it. Smith has 6 points, 38-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Weston has it on the left wing, moves it to Walker up top. Walker into the paint, layup on the way, no good. As here comes Bradshaw the other way, Carter Bradshaw. Thought about attacking the paint. They work it around Braden Bradshaw, left open. He cans the three-pointer. 41-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard as that is Bradshaw is the first player into double figures with 11. And with that, you listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're at the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 4:29 to go in the Epic Recreation 3rd quarter. The Rebels trail 41-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard as the Eagles are starting to find their way from the field. They did a lot of their damage from the free throw line in the opening half, but now they are starting to find their legs as this is the opening game of the year for the Lyman Eagles. It'll be Rebels basketball out of bounds under the hoop. Rebels have two team fouls, 3 for the Eagles. Jarrett Mason's able to run the baselines. He gets the instruction from the officials. Eagles break the huddle, and it looks like they're going to drop back into a half-court defense. As they are in man-to-man, Drake Weston will carry the ball up the court. Into the offense, he hands to Desch. Desch gets a pick. Back the other way. Skip pass to Mason, open on the corner. Thought about it, doesn't pull. Finds Walker. Walker, spin move inside. We're going to get a blocking foul against the Eagles. As that'll be on the floor. Nice attack there from Trey Walker. as it'll be on Nielsen, his third. Checking the ball game for the Eagles, number 15, Case Herdman, as well as number 30, Kamen Schultz. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play in the hands of Jarrett Mason. Works it up top to Drake Weston. Weston finds Mason on the left wing. Right-hand dribble into the paint. Tipped away as the Eagles steal the ball. They slow it down. They're up 41-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 4 minutes to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Smith had Braden Bradshaw open for a second. Instead gives to Bradshaw in the corner. He's going to pull for three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Schultz, and we are going to get a jump ball as Carson Muirbrook did a good job defensively to get his hand to that ball as Schultz went up for the shot. Rebels will get the possession of the basketball because of the possession arrow. And with 3:46 to go, Carter Hoffman checks into the ball game, as well as Noah Perry. 3:45 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Weston across the timeline to Desch. Desch from the left wing dribbles up to the top of the key to Hoffman. Carter Hoffman back to Desch in the corner. Hoffman and Desch play catch as Drake Weston now has the ball atop the key. Desch is going to pull from way downtown, and he buries the three. Jaden Desch now has 7 points in the ball game. That's a My Local Radio 3, and the Rebels needed that one in a big way. 41-26 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As here come the Eagles offensively. Herdsman has it to Braden Bradshaw up top. And that's going to pick up a foul against Noah Perry as Noah Perry bumped him. It'll be Noah Perry's first foul, third foul of the half against the Rebels. Cope Thomas to inbound for the Eagles. Does so to McCoy Smith. Smith drives left into the paint. He's going to be fouled hard by Drake Weston. As Smith looks like he's all right. He's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Weston tried to strip the ball as he went to the hoop, and they got tangled up, and Smith went down hard, but he looks like he's no worse for wear. First free throw on the way from McCoy Smith is good. Those little bumps and bruises feel a lot better when you get to go to the free throw line afterwards. 42-26 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Second free throw on the way is good. 43-26 on the Station on Main scoreboard as we're going to get a double dribble called against the Rebels as Weston turns it over. Wanted to go for a home run pass. I think he saw it the last second and wasn't open. Fortunately, it was in the middle of the pass as it'll be the Eagles basketball. They'll inbound from the half-court line. Braden Bradshaw to inbound as the Rebels are going to play a little full-court man-to-man. Schultz has it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw drives right into the paint, tries to find McCoy Smith. Nearly a backcourt violation. Good hustle by Smith to keep it alive. Eagles maintain the basketball. Once again, no shot clock in the state of Wyoming as we're going to get a foul called against Weston as he tried to jump the ball carrier to get the ball. 43-26, 2:42 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. McCoy Smith will initiate the offense for the Eagles. Rebels fall back into a 2-3 zone. They work it around. Eagles go inside, and we're going to foul called against the Rebels. It's on Noah Perry. It'll be underneath the basket. That's 16 fouls against the Rebels. 2:33 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. They throw it up to Braden Bradshaw. He skies over everyone's able to catch and finish. It's not a complicated play, but it's very effective as Weston crosses over the top of the key into the paint. Tries to find Noah Perry. That's going to go out of bounds off of Perry. Eagles will get possession. Rebels are going to play full court man. As Carter Bradshaw checks in for Braden Bradshaw. Carter Bradshaw inbounds. They work it to McCoy Smith. Rebels are pressing. As Carter Bradshaw's pass is stolen by Noah Perry as he goes to the floor to get the ball. And the Rebels are going to get possession as that's out of bounds off of the Eagles. You got to love the effort there from Noah Perry. The Rebels are down 19 but he's not giving up as he skied to hit the floor for that ball. He was probably vertical about 6 inches off the ground to get there. That's the effort Noah Perry brings every night as the Rebels cross the timeline with Weston to Jarrett Mason on the right wing. Mason finds Carter Hoffman. Hoffman will be fouled on the play as that foul is going to go against Brigham Fanos. That's his 4th. Team 5th. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds play will be in the hands of Jarrett Mason after McCoy Smith checks back in after a short break. Rebels look to inbound. They go to Perry. Back to Mason. Mason on the right wing. Dribbles up top. Finds Weston. Weston to Mason. Defender flies by. Jarrett Mason's going to pull for 3. No good. Rebound tipped around by Carter Hoffman, but Schultz from the Eagles is going to come down with it. 45-26 on the station on main scoreboard. 1:27 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebels are in a 2-3 zone. Skip pass across the floor to Herdsman. Back up top to McCoy Smith. Corner, Carter Bradshaw. Trying to go inside, that's deflected. Stolen by Mason, that's a Rich County government steal. As Mason dribbles it up the court, he hands the Desh. Rebels work it to Hoffman. Hoffman drives baseline. They go inside to Noah Perry. Perry, one dribble, picks it up, back to Desh. Desh on the left wing. Looks off the screen from Perry. Dribble, hand off to Weston. He's going to fire from 15 foot, and that's good. Drake Weston picks up the bucket as he fires a 15-footer from the right wing. 45-28 on the station on main scoreboard. Eagles break the press. Rebels fall back into a 2-3 zone. 36 seconds to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter as we're going to get a foul called against Carter Hoffman. That'll send Kamen Schultz to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. That's Hoffman's 4th foul. That'll bring Ridge Lundgren off the bench as he's going to replace Hoffman. First of a 4-game weekend for the Rebels. As Trey Walker's going to check in as well. Walker replaces Desh. The Rebels boys teams will play 4 games this weekend. They'll play 2 tomorrow, and they'll have the finale on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Tomorrow we'll bring you the girls basketball game from Lyman High School, as that game will tip off at 2 p.m. First free throw on the way from Schultz is good. Schultz will shoot the second free throw. 34 seconds to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. That one on the way, no good. Rebound pulled in by Noah Perry. As the Rebels look to push it, Trey Walker has it to Lundgren. Lundgren, jab step, drive to the lane, finds Perry. Perry back to Lundgren. He'll shoot from 15 feet. Good! As the freshman Lundgren continues his hot start to the game as he now has 8 points to lead all Rebels. Schultz, his pass nearly picked off, but it lands right back in his hand. First shot on the way, no good. Second one, rebound, makes it, and will get the foul. As that's just been kind of the breaks the Rebels have gotten there, as Jarrett Mason and Drake Weston were both in position to deflect that pass away, but it bounced over both of their heads into the taller Schultz's arms. That foul will go against. They're actually going to call that on the floor. So it'll be 1-and-1 for Schultz. That foul's against Walker, his 3rd. Schultz first free throw on the way, no good. Rebound by Lundgren, he's got 5 seconds to work with. Down the court, into the lane, up and under move, can't quite get it to fall. That's a nice move there from Ridge Lundgren. Unable to finish, but at the end of the third quarter, the Rebels trail 46-30 on the station on main scoreboard. Listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
A healthy smile improves life in many ways. Fresher breath, increased confidence, and better overall health. Dr. Sean Grohl and his team at Comprehensive Family Dental have been supporting Rich Rebels for over 25 years. Call today and schedule your next appointment. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. The Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. As we are about to start the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. The Rebels trail 46-30. Eagles inbound. It's Herdsman. He's going to drive, he's going to draw a foul as he'll shoot free throws. Look at the 9th team foul against the Rebels. Foul's on Jaden Cornea, his 4th. As both him and Hoffman have 4. Free throw on the way, good. Herdsman picks up his first point of the ball game. 47-30 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 7:52 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels are going to look to pick up some momentum heading into the next couple of games as Braden Bradshaw is going to haul in the rebound. Eagles will stay on offense. Rebels are in a 2-3 zone. Carter Bradshaw open for 3, pulls, no good. Rebound pulled in by the Eagles. Left-hand hook shot, no good. As Noah Perry gets to it. Finds Ridge Lundgren and the Rebels are on the attack. Trey Walker in the left corner. Finds Lundgren who is out of bounds. It'll be turned over. As Lundgren was cutting through, the ball was just a split second too late. Rebels are going to press. Eagles inbound. Cope Thomas has it. Full court pass finds Noah Perry as he picks up the Rich County government steal. That may be one of the easier steals Perry's going to get all year. As I think that slipped out of Thomas's hand. Lundgren's going to pull up for 3. In and out as that looked like it was going down. Ridge Lundgren, as I combine the two names, is leading the Rebels with 8 points. The freshman has been a spark off the bench for the Rebels as he guards Carter Bradshaw. They go inside to Braden Bradshaw. He turns, fires, good. Braden Bradshaw showing off a couple of his post moves as he now has 13 points. Hunter Pace drives, pull up, off the glass, no good. Bradshaw with the rebound. 6:44 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. 49-30. Rebels trail on the Station on Main scoreboard. Braden Bradshaw tries to go inside, stolen by Hunter Pace. Rich County government steal for Pace as he's going to lead the attack. Finds Jaden Cornea. Cornea to the corner. Trey Walker, 3 on the way, no good. As the Eagles are going to come away with the rebound as Herdsman will walk it up the court. Once again, no shot clock here in the state of Wyoming basketball as it'll be this way all week. Pace went for the steal. Instead, Cope Thomas is going to have a layup as he drives by, takes the contact from Perry, buries it. Lundgren into the paint. Floater on the way, no good. Nice move there from Lundgren, unable to finish as Thomas is going to walk it up the court. 5:55 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. 51-30 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Eagles working around. Braden Bradshaw on the right wing. To Carter Bradshaw. They try to go inside to Brewer. Brewer drives around to defender. Right-hand layup on the way is good. Brewer picks up his first bucket of the ball game. 53-30 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Jaden Cornea walks it up the court, and we are going to get a timeout called by head coach Lex Cornea. That's an independent software solution timeout. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation for Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com as head coach Lex Cornea is imploring his team as the Rebels have 6 players on the floor. As they work it out. Rebels basketball will be Logan Clough freshly into the game. Finds Hunter Pace in the corner. Pace is going to drive baseline. Tries a reverse layup. Will draw the foul. Shoot 2 free throws for Hunter Pace. Logan Clough into the ball game as well as Riker Hoffman. Hunter Pace, Carson Muirbrook, and Jaden Cornea round out the rest of the 5. Pace steps to the free throw line. First free throw on the way. Rolls around the rim and falls. Pace steps back to the line. Second free throw on the way. No good. Clough hustles and gets the rebound into the hands of Hunter Pace. He drives. Kicks it to Riker Hoffman. Hoffman to Cornea. They move it back to Pace. Thought about the 3. They go inside. Carson Muirbrook fades away. No good. As Clough does a good job of trying to tip the rebound to Riker Hoffman. As Hoffman moved in, Clough kind of volleyball spiked it off his arm. Rebels are going to play full court man-to-man as they trail 53-31 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 5:13 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. It's McCoy Smith for the Eagles as he'll go one-on-one with Cornea as Cornea backs up for a little bit of faux pressure. Across the timeline into the offense for the Eagles. I want to remind you that this weekend we are playing in Wyoming. There is no shot clock. Eagles work the offense. They have 2 players posted up on that side. As Fanos drives, kicks it. That's stolen by the Rebels. Here comes Hunter Pace. Pace down the right wing. Slows it up. Spins back. Looks for a teammate. It's got Clough. Clough drives. Hands the card. Riker Hoffman. Rebels work it around to Pace. Back up top to Cornea. As the Eagles fall back into a 2-3 zone. Pace in the corner. Fires for 3. That's short. Rebound by McCoy Smith as the Eagles have the ball. They lead, 53-31 with 4:22 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. It's McCoy Smith to Fanos. They go inside to Smith. Work it around to Nielsen. Nielsen pump fake, 15-footer on the way. No good as that rebound is bounced off of Logan Clough into the corner for Fanos, who fires from the corner 3. That's good. 56-31. Tough break there from Clough as he had the rebound, and it got bounced off this noggin. They go inside to Muirbrook, the Rebels do, to Hoffman. Hoffman tried to go over Caleb Smith, and he's a tall kid. He just swipes that shot away from Hoffman as McCoy Smith will carry it up the court. McCoy Smith gets a pick from the other from Schultz. They go to Schultz. Schultz's shot on the way, no good, but we're going to get a foul on the ground that'll send Schultz to the free throw line for two free throws. Those last free throws by Hunter Pace were brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. As Muirbrook picks up his second foul. First free throw from Schultz on the way, off the front rim, no good. That's kind of interesting. Hunter Pace is listed on the roster as number 10. At home, he's number 1. I believe his 0 fell off his jersey of the home jersey. On the road, he's number 10. So I'm getting an explanation. It looks like we got a player up here, Carter Grohl, I believe, wearing number 1 is Hunter Pace wears number 10. I guess the white one might be too small for Hunter, is what they're saying. Second free throw on the way from Schultz. So in all season long, Hunter's going to be 1/10. 57-31 on the Station on Main scoreboard as here come the Rebels as Jaden Desch checks back into the ball game. Jaden Cornea carries it up the floor. Hands to Clough. Clough, left-hand dribble into the paint to Desch. Finds Clough. Clough on the left wing, drives to the hoop. Shot on the way, no good, but Logan Clough will shoot free throws. As that'll be the 7th team foul against the Eagles. Rebels shooting free throws the rest of the way. Clough to the line for 2. First free throw on the way, no good. Struggles continue from the charity stripe for the Rebels as Remy Brewer will check in. Once again, that's more of a product of it being early season. As I've seen them in practice, they shoot free throws really well in practice. It has to transition to the game, and they'll figure it out eventually as Clough will shoot a second. That's good. 57-32 on the station on main scoreboard. 3:15 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. As Drake Weston checks in for Jaden Cornea. Rebels are coming with full court pressure as Herdsman will walk it up the court. Guarded by Desch. Herdsman, left-hand dribble into the paint. We're going to get a foul called from behind. As Herdsman will shoot 2 free throws as there's 10 team fouls against the Rebels. That foul's on Desch. That's his 4th. A little bit of a discussion going on between Clough and the official. I think they're checking for blood. A little bit of a wry smile on the face of the official as I think the players are talking about the foul as Jaden Desch gave a little bit of a chuckle. First free throw on the way is good. And I don't think there's any argument about that one, that's for sure. Herdsman, first free throw good. Second one on the way. It's good as well. 59-32, Rebels will push it up the floor with Weston to Clough. Thought about 3. Hands to Desch at the top of the key. Desch to Clough inside. Clough, one move. Tries to go up and under. Guarded by 2 players. Pass out to Desch. Poked away as Weston's able to gather it around the half-court line. Rebels back into the offense. Clough on the left wing. Drives left. Goes up with a reverse layup. It's good. Nice move there from Logan Clough. He's got 3 points in the ball game. 59-34 on the station on main scoreboard. 2:30 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Fanos drives left to Brewer in the middle of the court. Pump fake. Goes to the hoop. Blocked by Muirbrook. Brewer gets the ball back. Work it to the corner for Wyatt. Aiden Wyatt fresh into the ball game for the Eagles. Fanos moves it to the wing as Herdsman surveys the floor. Couple of pump fakes, thinks better of the pass. Drives left and goes back right, hands it off to Fanos. Fanos, lefty into the lane, floater on the way, good! As Fanos picks up his 5th point of the ball game, 61-34, as we had a foul called. Looks like Jaden Desch will shoot free throws. Fouls on number 15, Herdsman. That's his first. Desch will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Jaden Desch steps to the free throw line. First free throw on the way is good. As Desch now has 10. Second free throw good as well. Desch quietly with 11 points in the ball game. That's his season average. 1:45 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels trail 61-36 on the station on main scoreboard. Herdsman, step back, thought about it. Moves it to Moen. On the wing to Thomas. They try to go inside to Brewer. That's poked away by Riker Hoffman. He comes away with the Rich County government steal. Carries it across the court. Drives, kicks it on the wing to Clough. Clough on the right wing. Left-hand dribble into the paint. Gets the shot up. Is fouled on the play. Logan Clough will shoot free throws as we try to figure out. I believe it was on the ground, so it's going to be 1-and-1. Fouls on number 24, Aiden Wyatt, his first, team 9th. First free throw on the way from Clough is good, as Logan Clough has 4 points off the bench for the Rebels. Looking to make it 5 as he's into the routine. No good. Rebound pulled in by Jaden Desch. Dribbles out to the three-point line, surveys, goes inside. Muirbrook is going to be fouled on the floor as they're going to call a push against Remy Brewer. Carson Muirbrook will shoot 2 free throws. 1:13 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. The Rebels trail 61-37 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Carson Muirbrook steps to the line for 2 free throws. These free throws and the last free throws were brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Once again, all free throws from the Rich Rebels this season are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. As Carson Muirbrook buries the first free throw. Those are Muirbrook's first points of the ball game. Second free throw on the way. Good. Rebels are going to play man-to-man defense full court. As it'll be Herdsman to walk it up the floor for the Eagles. Across the timeline, guarded by Weston. Crosses over, drives right into the paint. Weston tips it away, stolen by Desch. It's a Rich County government steal for Jaden Desch. I'll get a little bit more explanation this time from, I believe, Cullen Pace on the Hunter Pace jersey saga. As it looks like the jersey got lost last year, as he was 10/22 last year. This year he's 10/1. So interesting tidbit for the Rebels as they trail 61-39 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 47 seconds to go. We appreciate the information from Cullen. Eagles work it to the wing. Move it to Thomas. Thomas, dribble handoff to Herdsman. 35 seconds to go in the ballgame. Once again, no shot clock. Eagles can dribble it out if they'd like. They hand to Moen, and we're going to get an offensive foul called against Brewer. 30 seconds to go in the ballgame. That's an offensive foul, so no free throws will be shot. Head coach Lex Cornea hops off the bench, wants one last play call in this ballgame, as Weston will walk it up the court, see what the Rebels have in store as they're playing against a 2-3 zone. They move to Clough. Clough, corner three on the way. Good! As Logan Clough with 7 points off the bench for the Rebels. He's been very, very good in these last few minutes as the Rebels now trail 61-42. Weston hounding the ball. Herdsman keeps it. Weston is all over him as Herdsman's able to break the 5 count, and that is going to do it for us here at Lyman High School. The Rebels drop this one 61-42 on the Station on Main scoreboard. You listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We're going to go to the Bear Lake Realty fan cam, or the Gare Bear fan cam as it's better known by as. For all your realty needs in Bear Lake, call 435-946-8888. That's 435-946-8888. Or visit bearlakerealty.com. bearlakerealty.com. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show for you where we will announce who the player of the game is and our precision play of the game. Listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money 2 ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Welcome to the Rich Rebel postgame show here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where fast meets fresh every day at Jimmy John's in Evanston, 113 Front Street. Get your delicious gourmet sandwich today. I did. It was great. And the Freaky Fast recap for today's ball game looks a little something like this, as the Rebels dropped this one 61-42, as it was the Eagles' first ball game of the season, and free throws really kept the Eagles in the game early, really gave them the lead early, as they cemented an early lead because of the free throw line. As the Rebels, they were called for 10-plus fouls in each half, and early in the second quarter, they already had 10 team fouls. So that's something the Rebels will look to clean up as the season goes along, because it's tough to beat a team when they're shooting free throws every time you pick up a foul, especially 2 free throws. For the Rebels, leading the way scoring, number 11, Jaden Desch. He had 11 points, matching his season average. As number 24, Logan Clough, finishes with 7 points. Ridge Lundgren finished with 8 as well. I believe I messed something up on the score clock. I have Lundgren down for 4, but he definitely had more than 4 points. As Ridge Lundgren had a great game off the bench. Once again, he's a freshman, and he did what he was able to do. He was very, very impressive tonight. Gave a little bit of a spark to the Rebels when they really, really needed it. Buried a couple three-pointers. As Hunter Pace finishes with 4, Trey Walker with 3, as well as Jaden Cornea finishing with 3. Drake Weston has 2, and Carson Muirbrook finishes with 2. For the Eagles, they're led by Braden Bradshaw with 13. McCoy Smith quietly had 8. Caleb Smith with 5. Cope Thomas finishes the ballgame with 4. Kamen Schultz and Remy Brewer 3 apiece, while Case Herdman, Gage Nielsen, and Carter Bradshaw all recorded 2 points. This has been your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. When we come back, we will have our Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game, as well as our player of the game. Listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball, 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. The Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball, 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It's time for the Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. And we're going to give it to Ridge Lundgren, as he had a step-back 3 at the end of the first half, as that was part of his performance that was very, very good. As we're going to move on to the Garden City player of the game, and I'm going to give it to Ridge Lundgren as well, the freshman off the bench. I don't exactly have the totals he had, because I think I messed something up. Very, very likely that happened, but I have him down for 4 points, and that's not correct, as Lundgren was able to bury a couple of threes. We're going to give the player of the game to Ridge Lundgren, as he provided a spark off the bench. And we're going to give a little bit of a mention to Logan Clough, who in that fourth quarter put up 7 points alone, as he played very well in his time on the fourth quarter. And don't underestimate him being able to come in off the bench and give a couple of the other players some rest, as Clough played very well. As the Rebels, they have 3 more games this weekend, as they play 2 tomorrow, and then they play 1 on Saturday. But you listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money 2 ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the Bear Lake Community Health Center. Presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau calendar update. And on today's calendar update, we are going to update you on our broadcast schedule for the next 2 days, as we will have the girls basketball game. It's their only game of the week, as they will play the Wind River Cougars. They'll play them tomorrow at 2 p.m. We'll have that for you live on mylocalradio.com, live on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. And then we will be able to wrap it up the weekend with the boys' final game of the tournament. Once again, they're playing 4 games in 3 days, as they will play Little Snake River, and we'll have that for you on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We want to thank you for joining us tonight as the Rebels open up the Bridger Valley tournament against the Lyman Eagles with a loss, 61-42. But we want to tell you, and we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. We want to thank them for making this all possible, as this is a great thing we get to do, is we get to come out here and cover almost every single Rich basketball game and get to cover a lot of Rich high school activities. Because of our sponsors, we're able to do that. So if you have a chance, please go support them. But until now, I'm Aaron Poling. Thank you for joining us here on another Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels basketball on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Until tomorrow, see you next time.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.